Hey everybody, I'm Sean Hammond with PremierGuitar.com. We're at the Tech 21 booth with Andrew Barta. Andrew, how's it going?
Great.
Now you've got a couple new things in your bass line, a pedal and a half stack.
Yeah.
Want to tell us about the Boost Chorus pedal?
Yes, we wanted to develop a chorus specifically for bass. So it has some bass-oriented features. One of the main bass-oriented features is the detune knob, which, as the words say here, detunes the secondary sound of the chorus slightly. So why is that good? The reason is because the normal chorus usually have this LFO that keeps sweeping through and it makes the sound a little bit wobbly. And when you playing a bass instrument, which is the foundation of the band, you don't want the foundation keep like moving. So with the detune, you can get the chorus-like effect by slightly detuning the secondary voice, but you not keep modulating it, so the foundation stays solid, okay? However, because in certain situations you do want to get a modulation, we added the speed and depth control, so you can gradually dial in modulation if you so desire. See? Now it's out, but you still have that doubling effect of the chorus.
Now you mark the detune knob with sharp and flat cymbals.
Right.
How far up and
It's
down
not
does
much.
it go?
It goes only a quarter note because we didn't want to build a harmonizer. All we wanted to do is just something that slightly detunes, just like when you, let's say, have a 12-string guitar. Not all the strings always perfectly in tune, but that gives you that 12-string sound. So by going, you don't even want to go a quarter note. You want to go probably just a tiny, tiny bit. Like this would be a quarter note, and this is about the range that you want to go. This is like in tune. Actually, let me give you 100% mix. See? It's going up.
Do some cool freaky effects though.
Yeah. Oh, sure, certainly. Oh, yeah, we are in a multi-voice. That's why it's okay. In a single voice. See? It's almost like you tuning your bass, right? Now, when you mix it, that slight detuning is just really gives you a nice thickness. As I said, I accidentally had the multi-voice in it. That's a neat trick we did with the multi-voice. When it's in multi-voice and you go sharp, there is a mirror voice that actually going flat. So now you have three voices. You are in the middle with your straight bass sound, and then one voice is pitch transposing slightly up, the other one is slightly down. See how multi-dimensional becomes? And we are still, this is a mono sound. We're not going stereo, but it sounds like it's stereo.
Cool.
And what we did when you go flat, not to repeat ourselves, one voice does go flat, but the other voice also follows going flat but slower. So you can build up two voices that are flat from the original sound. So it is a slightly different kind of a pitch effect.
Very cool. Now, do you want to tell us about the new amp head you have over here?
Yes, the amp is based on our popular VT bass pedal, and people really love the sound of it. With this head, you are getting two channels that are identical, but obviously can be set up differently. And you have the option of mixing the two channels. So you can set one up distorted and the other one clean, and the mixture could be like that in-between sound.
What sort of power amp is in this?
It's an analog power amp. It has a huge transformer, Torre transformer. And I almost hate to say how many watts because people assume that it's the same that as other amps. It's a RMS 300, but it's really, like in peak, it's over 800 watts. Because we don't limit ourselves with a power supply that is inferior. We have unbelievable size of transformer and capacitors to give the energy for the foundation for the low end of the bass. And a lot of newer amps, they don't do that. They claim certain wattage, and maybe they can do it like, for a moment, but not continuously. So
Pretty remarkable size for that much power too.
yes, it is, and it's very efficient. And we have like temperature sensors, so there's a fan that is running according how hot the amp is. So it's not on max or min, but it alternates. And we have all kind of protection, including relay to turn it off if there is a short on the output. We also have the foot switch included with it, and when you turn it on first, it comes on with mute, so you don't have some screaming, bass guitar because you left everything on 10. We also have the XLR output, so you can go direct to the board.
Which is what we've been listening to this whole time.
Yeah, actually, you plugged right in with your XLR, and that's what you hear. So you get a way better representation of the head than if we would just use a mic in front of the speaker.
Now, is the cabinet new too?
The cabinet is new as a look-wise, but we are using our same 410 setup because we did a lot of experimentation, and this is a custom-built speaker for us from Eminence. And it has a certain sound that is just really captures the sound that we want to give without using horns. See, I find many times that horns go too far with the bass. They get a little too crunchy, too crispy, and it's not a good representation of the bass sound. What you need is a speaker that has a wide enough frequency range for the very low to the highs to give the sound.
Can you give us a couple of samples of the different kinds of sounds that are available and with the chorus off, right?
Yep. That's like a pretty basic sound. The character, you can make it more aggressive.
That's a remarkable difference between them.
Exactly, just by tweaking it a little bit. Yeah, exactly. That's why we call it the character, because that really changes the character of the sound. But you can also, overdrive it. You give a little more. But it's a nice overdrive. It's like makes it thick. It's not fuzzy. It's not farting. It's really in your face. I'm not really a bass player, so I have to apologize. And I also try to use my fingers, because most bass players really want to hear the bass sound with the finger. When you start to use pick, it's like a little bit too snappy. But I can show some sounds. You get that really aggressive kind of a driving sound. Yeah.
Well, cool. We appreciate you showing us this new stuff. And where can people go to find out more about them?
You can go to our website, tech21nyc.com, and we're gonna have probably these amps shipped probably within 2 months.
Well, thanks, Andrew. Have a great show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah. I'm Sean Hammond, and you're watching PremierGuitar.com.